Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging into something pretty fascinating, the world of global cryptocurrency expansion.
Yeah, it's moving fast.
It really is. And we're going to zero in on one big player, Bitget, and look at their strategy in, well, two very different places.
Right. We've got Eastern Europe, specifically Georgia,
Mhm.
and then way over in Asia, looking closely at Vietnam.
Exactly. And our mission really is to unpack why these spots are so hot for crypto companies right now.
What services are they actually rolling out?
Yes, and how the local rules, the regulations, are kind of shaping how it all gets adopted.
It's not just numbers on a screen.
Not at all. We're
Yeah.
talking real-world uses, some stuff that might actually surprise you, showing how crypto is becoming part of the everyday.
And just so you know where we're getting this from, it's mainly based on one key source.
Right.
A news piece titled, Bitget expands in Eastern Europe with Georgia license. But it also, hopefully, covers what they're doing in Vietnam, too. So we're going to pull out the, let's say, the most important bits for you, give you that quick understanding without you having to read the whole thing.
That's the plan. And
Yep.
you'll see how one company deals with totally different situations globally.
Mm.
You've got places with clear rules already set up, and others where the legal side is still, well, figuring itself out.
And the uses are different, too.
Totally. From, like, serious investing all the way to just buying your groceries.
Yeah,
Okay, let's get into it. Let's unpack this.
sounds good.
So kicking things off, our source highlights Bitget getting a license in Georgia. That's their big move in Eastern Europe, apparently.
Yeah, yep.
And the article points straight away to things like clear regulations, tax benefits, and, interestingly, a growing crypto user base. So from your read, what makes Georgia stand out? Why there?
Well, it looks very strategic. It's not just a random choice. They got specific approval, right, to operate as a digital asset exchange and also a custodial wallet provider.
Okay.
And crucially, it's within Georgia's Tbilisi Free Zone, the TFZ.
Ah, that detail matters.
It does. It shows they're not just entering the market generally, but finding a compliant space to operate within.
Right, so users get the full suite of services.
Yeah.
Trading, futures.
Exactly. Spot trading, futures, even copy trading,
Yeah.
all under this local regulatory umbrella. It really underscores that they value having that clear legal standing.
And Georgia isn't just a one-off in Europe for them, is it? The article mentions they've been expanding elsewhere, too.
That's right. Especially, it seems, since the EU's MiCA regulations started coming into play in 2024.
MiCA markets and crypto assets. Big deal.
Huge deal. And they're already authorized via an affiliate with the UK's FCA, plus registered in Italy, Poland, Bulgaria, Lithuania, the Czech Republic.
Wow. Okay, so it's definitely a wider European plan.
It really looks like a deliberate pan-European strategy, yeah. And putting it into context, Bitget's CEO, Gracie Chen, she apparently highlighted Georgia specifically.
Why Georgia, in her view?
Well, she said, as Europe moves towards MiCA, Georgia really stands out. Not just for the clarity and tax side, but also because of, and this is key, real user adoption happening there.
Ah, so people are actually using it.
Precisely. It's that combination, favorable government policy and an active user base. That's kind of the sweet spot for expansion.
Makes sense.
And the source even adds that the Georgian government actually talks to businesses when making crypto laws
Oh, interesting.
and provides grants for blockchain and crypto companies. That's a pretty big incentive.
Definitely a welcome, Matt.
Yeah. So the takeaway for Georgia seems to be Bitget strategically choosing to build where the environment is supportive. It's like a blueprint, maybe, for finding stable ground.
Okay, so Georgia is the play by the rules, find a supportive government model.
Seems like it.
But then the article shifts gears completely, right? Over to Vietnam. Bitget Wallet launching QR crypto payments there.
Mm-hmm.
How different is that strategy?
It's fascinatingly different. It really highlights how they adapt their approach. So, in Vietnam, Bitget Wallet introduced national QR payment support.
National QR.
Yeah, as part of this global thing they call PayFi. And Vietnam is the first market they've done this in.
First one.
Yeah. It lets users make crypto payments using Viet QR. That's Vietnam's own national QR standard.
So not some special crypto QR, but the one people might already use.
Exactly. And what really jumps out is the focus on just seamless integration, making it easy for daily life, making crypto almost, invisible in the transaction.
Invisible payments. That sounds like the holy grail for adoption.
pretty much.
So the article says users can pay with stablecoins like USDT, USDC
Yeah.
across different blockchains, Ethereum, Tron, Solana.
Multiple chains. And they're even planning future updates with, like, an auto swap feature.
What does that mean?
It means you could potentially pay with any token you hold,
Hmm.
and it would automatically convert behind the scenes. No manual swapping needed.
Wow. Okay, how critical is that, making it just disappear into the background like that?
Oh, it's absolutely vital for getting everyday people on board. Jamie Elkala, who's the CMO at Bitget Wallet, said it directly in the article.
What do they say?
That users in Vietnam are already using Bitget Wallet to pay for, like, food, groceries, retail stuff, just by scanning these via QR codes.
Already, so it's happening now. Paying for groceries with crypto via a standard QR code.
Happening now. Think about that. Just a few years back, that seemed like science fiction, right? Paying for your coffee with crypto in Vietnam.
Totally.
And now Bitget is making it a reality. And they didn't do it alone. They teamed up with a licensed partner, Aeon.
Aeon.
Yeah, connecting them with, like, over 55 banks and payment institutions, reaching potentially over 2 million merchants across the country.
2 million merchants. That's huge scale.
It's massive, proper grassroots adoption. It shows crypto isn't just, an investment asset anymore. It's becoming a tool for just daily life.
So that grassroots adoption is really taking off there. But what about the rules in Vietnam? Is it just the Wild West, or is regulation evolving too, like in Georgia?
Good question. It's evolving. The article mentions Vietnam's National Assembly recently approved this new law on digital technology industry.
Okay, what does that do?
Well, it formally recognizes crypto assets. That's a big step. It sets the stage for a regulated sector defining crypto and virtual assets separately.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. And it brings in requirements for things like cybersecurity and anti-money laundering, trying to align with global standards.
Then when does that kick in?
That new law comes into effect on January 1st, 2026.
So still a little way off, but the framework is coming.
Exactly. It's a really crucial development because it shows that even though the immediate action in Vietnam is all about payments and utility,
Right, the practical stuff.
the legal side is definitely catching up. It's this dynamic thing happening. The market finds uses, finds traction, and then the regulations start to form around it.
So if Georgia led with regulation to attract the business, Vietnam seems to be leading with user adoption, and the regulation is kind of following that wave.
That's a great way to put it. It's fascinating to see the same company employ, well, both strategies effectively in different places.
It really is such a contrast. One path is like top-down, regulation first. The other is bottom-up, utility first.
Yeah.
Okay, so wrapping this deep dive up then, we've seen this really compelling dual story from Bitget.
Definitely.
On one side, you've got the strategic move into Georgia, really leaning into clear regulations, government welcome mats, all that.
The regulatory embrace.
Exactly. And then the flip side, in Vietnam, this innovative, almost guerrilla-style adoption through QR payments for, everyday stuff.
Groceries and coffee.
Right. Our source material laid out these two very different ways crypto's finding its footing globally.
And if we kind of zoom out, connect this to the bigger picture,
Yeah.
what does it tell us?
What's the big takeaway?
Well, I think it really highlights two crucial things. First, the growing importance of clear rules, clear regulatory frameworks, like Georgia's approach, maybe anticipating MiCA in Europe.
Okay, clarity matters.
It really does. But second, it also shows the sheer power of just practical, everyday usefulness. Like those Viet QR payments. If people can use it easily, they will.
Utility drives adoption.
Absolutely. So understanding where crypto is going globally, you really need to grasp both sides, the regulatory details and the real-world applications that make people want to use it.
That's a really powerful point. Regulation and utility working together or sometimes in different orders. It definitely makes you think, doesn't it? What does this actually mean for the future of money?
Yeah.
When you see crypto being used for, regulated payments in Georgia, but also for just buying lunch in Vietnam,
Yeah.
makes you wonder, what other maybe unexpected places or what other daily uses do you think could be the next big thing for digital assets?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Or the million Satoshi question, maybe. Something for you to think about.
Definitely.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Bitget's moves and what it tells us about global crypto. Keep exploring, keep asking questions,
Stay curious.
and we'll see you next time.